You can't suspend a guy for this. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
And I'm going to say that the Angels are winning the AL West easily.
Welcome to FN Studios. Here with Kody, Kevin, and Greg, this is the Dropout Sports.
What's up, you guys? Welcome to this week's Dropout Sports video, where today, you've seen the title. You've got eyes. You see the title. We got some MLB action coming at you. You know, we got the hats going around. Cody's got some hat going on. You got some stash action. You know, we're just going to talk about some MLB news, maybe some overreactions at the end. But I'm going to get us started with tossing it over to Greg.
Really, let's kick it off. You know, we got to talk about Fernando Tatis. I mean, it sucks that he swung. You know, he did what Fernando Tatis does. He swung at a ball very hard. He swung so hard, he overextended his shoulder. He partially tore labrum was what I saw. No one knows how long he's going to be out yet. He's getting a second opinion. But I've seen in multiple places that he might need surgery. He might be out for months. It's possible that he could even miss the season, which obviously that's not a good thing for the Padres. That's not a good thing for baseball as a whole. I mean, you want Fernando Tatis playing. Whether you're the Padres, you know, Fernando Tatis is the best player on their team. Obviously, you want him if you're the Padres, but he's so fun to watch, and it hurts in so many ways to see this happen. It sucks. Kody, what do you got on?
Same here. It was really sad to see that it happened. Obviously, one of the top talents, not even young talents, top talents in baseball. So hopefully he heals up soon. Really nothing to say until we find out exactly how long he'll be out, but really hope for a speedy recovery. But other than that, I mean, I still think if you want to think about it as a team, as San Diego Padres, I don't see them having issues as a team fulfilling the spot. Obviously, it's not going to be Tatis level, but they're going to be fine filling that position and staying successful on the field as a team, I believe. So other than that, I just really hope Tatis gets back and stays healthy for the rest of his career.
Yeah, and I think one thing we got to remember is he's a young dude. Young dudes, they recover faster than a lot of the older guys in the league. I honestly, if this becomes a season-ending injury, I think it's got to be for personal, like he's looking forward to it. He's got to recover by the end, by at least, I don't know, man, just at least sometime soon. He's so vital to baseball, so vital to the Padres and the brand. I mean, the good thing is though, you know, you can switch over Machado to shortstop, then you can take the best of either of those two positions. You've got some flexibility there, but it still sucks, man. It still sucks. The Padres are still going to be good. They still have a decent to really good lineup, and their pitching lineup is still godly.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say that they've got the pitching. Like you guys both said, the Padres are gonna be fine. I don't know. I feel like this hurts their chances a lot to really stand up there with the Dodgers in the NL West. The Dodgers won the NL West, I think, 8 years in a row at this point, and it looks like it's gonna happen again. They're going for a ninth. The Dodgers are great. It sucks the Padres are probably not going to be able to do that. I really hope Fernando Tatis is back soon, because then they still got that shot. But Tatis adds so much value to this team that it's going to be tough for them to really compete with the Dodgers through a full 162 game season. Now, that's not saying anything for if they play in the playoffs. Anything can happen in, you know, a 3, 5, 7 game series, whatever they're going to have against each other. Over a full season, I got the Dodgers. You got to have the Dodgers at this point.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Other than that, next news, Kev?
Yeah, Castellanos, and everybody on Twitter is talking about it. Just what the MLB has put in a 2-game suspension. I'm actually going to throw it on to Kody because he's our preliminary Reds analyst and Reds fan, if you want to call him an analyst. So go right ahead, man.
Yeah. So real quick, I'll get into the stuff that's really surrounding Castellanos. So Nick Castellanos comes into the season. He hits a home run on opening day against the Cardinals, obviously a rival that's been around since Brandon Phillips and Yadier Molina got into it. And, I'm a big Reds fan, and I don't feel very fondly of the Cardinals myself. But we come in opening day. Nick Castellanos hits a solo home run. He hops down the baseline, a couple hops, gets all hyped for the team. And then the second game comes in. The pitcher is actually in a bad count and plunks Castellanos 94 to the ribs. Pretty bad miss. Catcher was set up on the inside low corner. and hit some highs. So Castellanos talks to Yadier Molina. He asks, hey, was that on purpose? Obviously, Molina gets in front of Castellanos, and next thing you know, Castellanos just picks up the ball, holds it up for the pitcher, and asks if he wants it back. Pitcher didn't want it back. He rolls the ball to the dugout, goes to first base. I'm like, okay, all right. So Nick Castellanos is not very happy right now, obviously. A couple hits, walks, whatever. Nick Castellanos gets to third base, and there is a wild pitch to Yadier Molina in and out of his glove to the backstop. Nick Castellanos is on third, and he takes off. He gets a signal from Mike Moustakas, and he's there. I mean, the pitcher lands awkwardly on the back of Castellanos, but Castellanos gets called safe. He stands up as the pitcher stays down on a knee and flexes on him, shows off those muscles like the Hulk, and I loved it. I loved every single bit of it, and if you're a baseball fan, you should love every single bit of it. If you're a Cardinals fan, I get it. You're not going to like it. I wouldn't like it if I was on that Cardinals fan either, but as a baseball fan, you got to love the excitement, and Nick Castellanos recently received this suspension for 2 games from the MLB for
mean mugging a dude.
Yeah, it's instigating. So obviously they didn't think of anything real quick about Yadier Molina putting his hands on the back of Castellanos' neck after as he walks away, or Jordan Hicks shoving Suarez in the outfield, but that's just me. But it's awful that what the MLB is doing, and I'm glad that Castellanos is appealing, and I hope he wins it. Other than that, what do you guys think about it?
We talked about it earlier, Kevin. You were talking like, just what kind of precedent is this setting? You know, you're going to suspend someone for yelling in the face of the pitcher, getting excited and getting pumped up. He didn't do anything other than that. The Cardinals got all upset about it, and their bench came out, and then so the Reds bench came out. Castellanos was completely out of it after that. A Reds player and an umpire both pushed him away from the huddle. He was on the outside. All he did was flex in this guy's face and yell, "Let's go." That's it. The guy was pumped because he just got beamed in the shoulder. It was inches away from his head. He was pumped up, and he's on fire right now.
Yeah.
He's feeling good. He's feeling himself. You can't suspend a guy for this. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it's just so soft to have a guy bat flip, do a couple skips down the line, and because your feelings are hurt, now you're going to throw near his head. That's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And the MLB has been, for the past couple of years, we've heard this "let the kids play" motto. Where is that? They're not letting the kids play. They're not letting them get pumped up. They're not letting them do these bat flips. But they're letting guys beat each other in the back. Like, what'd they do about that other than a fine?
Yeah, I got something to say real quick. I'm sorry for interrupting. Nick Castellanos received two-game suspension. The Astros received 0 for stealing a championship from a team. That's all I gotta say.
You know, I mean, I don't really have much else to say. It's just ridiculous. I don't understand where this is coming from. I don't agree with it at all. I don't think any of us three do. Kevin?
There's 2 things that are going through my mind as you guys are saying all this stuff about Castellanos and the suspension. One, it's not wholly this, but the Cardinals have been a darling of the MLB for the past 15 years. They've been put on a pedestal, I think, through Pujols, through now getting Goldschmidt and guys like Arenado and all that. I think the MLB might honestly be trying to protect that franchise. That might be a little stepping over some boundaries a little bit, but I can see it. With the Reds don't get a lot of love. Let's be honest here. And St. Louis has been that team in that division.
Not anymore, baby.
Yeah, I think this is a big organization just trying to tear down the little man, just trying to tear down the kids. Let the kids play, but they find the kids for playing. And then just secondly, if this is like Greg said that I said earlier, if this is the precedent that they're setting right now, where is it going to end? Eventually, you know, what if someone flips a bat too hard, or what if someone throws a baseball up in the air in celebration too hard? Like, it just sets a bad example for what a league should do in this kind of situation. And just one more thing, I don't know why, but the way Manfred's handling the league right now, it's reminding me of Goodell for some reason. Just 5-10 years back when everybody was just so tired of Roger Goodell, I am getting major vibes of that degree. But Greg, you want to say something?
Yeah, I mean, Manfred he got booed at the World Series last year, so he is getting some Goodell treatment. but it's just like, it's not even the precedent the league is setting. It's just like, I don't understand getting so upset about these bat flips, these skips down the front. Like, where's the limit? Like, if Castellanos skips 2 times instead of 3, is it okay then? If he flips his bat 5 feet instead of 10, is it okay then? Like, who's setting those rules and who's keeping track of that stuff? Like, at what point are your feelings so hurt that you have to throw at someone's back? I don't get it. It makes no sense. I don't know. I don't know.
I think we all agree on this whole subject. It's ridiculous, but I actually have a little bit more to add on to how things went. Castellanos, as we said, appealed it, and as a Reds fan, we come into Game 3. Reds won 1, Cardinals won opening day, and it's going to be decided here at the 3rd game. Castellanos gets to be in the lineup. He's batting second, and pretty close game. Castellanos comes up to bat, hits a home run deep, and immediately answers with taking his bat and slamming it to the ground. No better way to respond. I love it, Nick Castellanos, and you better keep it coming because, Jesus, it's making me have so much fun. This Reds team is so much fun right now, and it's led by Nick Castellanos. Actually, thank you for the 2-game suspension because it's turning my favorite team into one heck of a powerhouse right now, putting up 14 runs on the Pirates tonight. Absolutely love it.
And, man, there's nobody handling it better than Castellanos, too.
Yeah.
There's nobody handling it better. I mean, he's sitting there. He let Yadier Molina say his piece. He sat there with his hands behind his back, let him talk. He listened to the guy who's got who's got time in the MLB, who's got that veteran presence. So, and he even said after the game, man, that guy could punch me in the face and I'd still ask him for a signed jersey. He's still respecting these guys. He's just celebrating for his team. Mm-hmm. That's it. He's just trying to get himself and his team pumped up, and they're taking offense to it.
But yeah, so this is just going to be a little thing we're going to do just to cap off the video. Early overreactions, boys and girls. I think at the time of recording this video, most teams have gone through 4 or 5 of their games. Some of them like the Mets haven't gone through as many, but still, we're only like a weekish into the season. But we've seen enough. It's time for us to make some statements, and I'm going to start with Kody. Kody, what do you think is going to happen by the end of the season based on these like 4 or 5 games? That's just astronomically weird.
I mean, I think there's some overreactions going on, and obviously I'm prone to it. I think every baseball fan, whether it be their favorite team or some of their favorite players on different teams, overreact. And one thing happening, the overreaction that I've seen, whether it be on Twitter or on anything else, podcasts that I listen to, I believe that Clayton Kershaw with a bad start right off the bat. Clayton Kershaw, as of right now, in his second start against Oakland, has given up 1 run in the first inning. It's the 3rd inning now. But I saw some negative things about Clayton Kershaw. And may I remind you, that guy is a top pitcher of all time. Like, if I had to put a top 5 rotation, he's in there of all time. So I think, and I don't even think he's slowing down. Like, I don't see any way of him slowing down. So one thing I want to pump the brakes on real quick is the slander on Clayton Kershaw's name. Don't forget who he is, and don't forget that he plays for the Dodgers, and he's going to have plenty of run support. They're up 4-1 right now, and I guarantee he goes deep into this game because you get Clayton Kershaw in the first inning. Good luck getting him later on because you pissed him off. But that's all I got to say about Clayton Kershaw, and I hope he continues to improve from his first start. But that's just a little something.
Yeah, because I mean he's not the oldest guy in the MLB. I mean, he's dropping in velocity, but he's still got some nasty stuff. And I mean, he doesn't have to go 7-8 innings like he probably used to. They've got some depth there where he can be a normal 6'5" guy. That's all I've got to say.
Greg, you can go on yours now.
My overreaction?
Yeah.
All right. So I've talked about this player already before, and I think it was probably our most recent baseball episode. Shohei Ohtani, dude. This guy is electric. So much fun. Here's my overreaction. Shohei Ohtani, his ERA is going to be under 3, and he's going to hit 40-plus home runs. He's going to do both. He's going to do both of those things because he is absolutely phenomenal on both sides of the ball. He went out there Sunday night and just lit up the world. If you weren't watching that game, you were missing out. Shohei Ohtani went out there, And man, he struck out batters at a 13.5 per 9 rate. His ERA, he only gave up 1 earned run. And then obviously we saw what happened when he got taken out. He slid into the plate. Scary, could have been bad injury, but he came back and hit the next couple days. He went out there and he threw 9 pitches, 100 miles an hour plus. And then he went out there in his first at bat, smacked the ball first pitch, high fastball, smacked it 450 feet, 115 miles an hour off the bat, just absolutely crushed it. And he was this good on both sides. He lost it on the mound a little bit there in the 5th inning, but I'm just going to put that up to, it's early in the season. He lost the feel a little bit. That's going to get better when you move on throughout the season. Shohei Ohtani is great.
I like Shohei Ohtani, and like I said, we were just talking about how much we like excitement and new things to baseball. This is very new, and this is very exciting, and I love watching Shohei Ohtani pitch and hit. And not to mention, he went yaya in the first inning after he just threw 101. That's pretty freaking impressive. And I believe it was the hardest batted ball at that point, and also had the hardest batted pitch. But man, crazy stuff. But
he had the 2 hardest hit balls in the entire game. Both were Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, which is insane to say. And honestly, like I don't like your prediction, because I really hope that he can do both. But from what I've seen, I think he can do both, but I think it needs to be like pulled back. Like, I don't know if he should be a part of like the every 5-day rotation. But we'll see. If he does it, he'll be completely. I'll be impressed. But I don't know if he'll be able to do it. If he does, it's history in the making. And I see him more around a high ERA. I think he's right now sitting as a better hitter. But pitching wise, nasty stuff. And if he can definitely figure it out, that'd be great.
So actually, I'm gonna roll over onto Greg's early prediction, and I'm gonna double down on that. And I'm gonna say that the Angels are winning the AL West easily. And here's why. I know the Astros have been, for the past 5-ish years, they've been the darling of that division, and they are projected to win it. But here's what I think. Shohei Ohtani, I think he will do almost as well as Greg has said. I don't think he's going to get under 3-40. That's a little bit of a reach, I think, but I think he can get close to that. And also, if the Angels want to win, I think they have to have Shohei Ohtani as one of their starting 5 pitchers. It's just a requirement. Guy throws 101, you got to put him in there.
You're saying Shohei Ohtani like he's like from the Bronx.
Hey, Shohei Ohtani.
Ohtani.
Is it Ohtani?
Yeah.
You better hope I'm getting like Shohei Ohtani in some Bronx looking gear and just post it and quote you.
Shohei Ohtani guy. I'm telling you.
I want to play for the Yankees.
Shohei Ohtani, guys. Come on, the guy's a good pitcher, good guy. I could get a beer with him.
I love it. Keep going.
God. But anyway, yeah. I think Shohei Ohtani in this season, this is his breakout year. This is where he gets almost to Mike Trout level of greatness, personally. And then after that, you in their rotation, you have Ohtani, Trout, and then Rendon. Rendon's getting up there in years. I get that, but that's a solid 2, 3, 4. The one thing I think that's holding them back a lot is Albert Pujols. I get that, and also their pitching. But with their pitching, Bundy's going to have a career year. I can say that without a care in the world. He is, ever since coming from the Orioles to the Angels, he's been lights out, incredible. His stuff has been amazing. You add Ohtani in there, talked about that. Greg talked about that. And then one more thing, Alex Cobb. He is also coming over from the Orioles, so maybe a little deja vu. I don't know. I know it's only 3 pitchers, but you don't have to have the best pitching to win a division. I think so. Look at the Twins. But you've got a good lineup. Also, you add in Jose Iglesias, who last year with the Orioles was having an amazing year. He was batting 400 at one point. You've got a solid lineup. And then you could get a good 2, 3 pitchers. They might not have the depth. They might not have a 4 or 5, but I think with a couple of good strokes of luck, they could win 90 plus games and win the division.
Listen, man, Kody knows this. I'm probably a bigger Angels fan than like 50% of Angels fans. I mean, I watch I try to watch every single one of their games, even though most of them are late. They start 10 o'clock. I'm up until like 1 a.m. watching Angels games all the time. But they're so fun. I love this team. If we were to do like a draft of like fun baseball teams, this would be my first pick. I love the Angels so much. Mike Trout, Rendon, you got Ohtani. Can't forget my boy David Fletcher, of course. Love that guy. But we actually, in our group chat, our little baseball group chat, I actually predicted Angels are going to win the AL West, and my MVP, my AL MVP, was Shohei Ohtani.
All I can say about that is the Angels aren't going to do anything until they attack pitching. And they messed up by not giving the key to the city and nothing else and anything else that Trevor Bauer wanted this offseason. And I mean this. They should have thrown everything in the kitchen sink at him to bring him in, because not only him, but his philosophy and how he knows the pitching game changes a whole program, because the Reds pitching was a complete problem. Trevor Bauer shows up, and now they got guys like Jeff Hoffman, Jose De Leon, and Wade Miley pitching late in the games, and they're in a 4-game winning streak with those pitchers on the mound, and lost with Luis Castillo on the mound. Trevor Bauer should have been on the Angels, and that's what's going to hold the Angels back, by not attacking pitching this offseason. And I agree, they're an exciting team. They can be an exciting team, but they are not going to win that division, period.
The pitching. If Shohei Ohtani gets hurt, if Shohei Ohtani gets hurt again, he's out for the year and he can't pitch anymore, absolutely, the pitching is going to be to their detriment. It's going to be, they're not going to win the division because of the pitching. But the thing is, Shohei Ohtani has made some changes. I fully believe that Shohei Ohtani's arm can stay healthy this year. And if he does that, that 1-2 of Ohtani, Dylan Bundy is still a very good 1-2 because of the changes that Dylan Bundy has made. I predicted it when he came over last year to the Angels. I said all he needs to do, he's got a good spin rate, he's got a good curveball, he needs to bring this fastball up in the zone, throw that curveball more, and play them off each other. And he's been doing that. And he's been so much better because of that. And he's done that so far in his 2 starts this year. I think that Dylan Bundy, Shohei Ohtani, it's not the best 1-2 punch you can have, but it's still a good one. And all it's going to take, like Kevin said, is a career year from like Alex Cobb or someone like that. And yeah, that's a lot to ask for, but it's absolutely something that could happen. And with the Astros, the Astros are absolutely down this year. Their pitching is very, very down. They got some young guys in Jose Urquidy. I can't even remember. Framber Valdez, he's not pitching anymore, is he? He's here hurt. But you know what I'm saying. They've got young guys. Their pitching isn't there this year.
No, what I got to say to that, Greg, is I'm not questioning Dylan Bundy and Shohei Ohtani being a decent to good rotation. Not at all. That 1-2 punch is great. That's great. You got those 2 guys. I don't see career years coming out of any of the other starting pitchers they want. I seriously mean this, that you can't just have 2 pitchers and expect them to win every single game when they come. When your offense, it can be good, but sometimes it's just not there. It hasn't like exploded like it should be. It hasn't clicked. I feel like they haven't clicked even when they brought Rendon in yet. And I don't think they're close enough. They remind me a lot of the Reds last year, where they had a great team, they got great guys, but then they didn't click. They did not click, and then they have not shown me anything that shows me that they're going to take the next step to a division-winning team over the Astros, who have been there and done that. I don't care if they cheated. They're good.
Here's the thing, though. Their lineup's great. The Angels, their lineup is great. David Fletcher only strikes out 9% of the time. He's always making contact with the ball. He's like the next, he's on par with like Jeff McNeil and like that contact rate way of speaking. Then you got Mike Trout, you got Ohtani, you got Rendon. That 2-3-4 is one of the best in the entire league. And then Justin Upton absolutely could put up another good year. And then replacing Albert Pujols every day at first base with Jared Walsh is huge. Jared Walsh is going to be so good. Max Stassi behind the plate, he's going to catch fire. He was good last year, and he's going to be just as good this year. They've got some good hitters that aren't really household names that are going to really show up for them this year.
I mean, that's where we got to leave it at, because we have less than a minute on our Zoom. But thank you for coming into the MLB edition of this podcast, the Dropout Sports, guys. We're going to be back, guys, for next week and catch that episode. Thank you for listening to us. Download the app. Follow us on Twitter. Thank you so much. Bye.